So if you want to start with Selenium, the most important topic is object identification. The primary focus is how to identify the objects and then what action you want to perform on that objects. So these are the two primary things you have to take care. Then automatically your script will come nicely. If you don't know how to identify the object and writing the action doesn't help you. Action methods are simple, right? So all are ready-made methods. But we should know first how to identify that element. So if element is not able to identify, your Selenium will throw an error. Okay. So what we need? So what we need to learn if you want to identify an object or if you want to identify an element. So what are the basics we need? What are the prerequisites we need? We need first you should understand the page structure, how page is designed. So we should understand. Then we should understand the HTML. Basically, the page is designed with HTML concepts. So we should have HTML knowledge a little bit, not much. It's easy. So you don't need to worry about that. Okay. I'll teach that. So very easy to understand. And also you should know in the web page, what are all type of elements are there and what are the different type of elements you will use and what is the naming convention of element you need to give. We should know that. So we'll see that. How can we do that? All those things. Right? So let's go and see first what are the different element types we have. What are the different element types in the web pages? So we have first one is edit box or text box. Generally will perform the type action on this element, on this type of element. So the example is email edit box, password edit box. Maybe you can remove the underscore and you can write combinedly also. That's a naming conventions. The element name and then type of element. So that's a naming conventions how to write. You should remember that. Element name, then element type. Mandatorily you have to mention. Okay. Now, the second element is a button. So button, on the button, you will perform the click action. So how to write element name in the Selenium? The button name and type of element. So login is the button name and the type of element is a button. So this is how you need to write sign up button, OK button, cancel button. So you have to write, don't write only login. Login is what? So login is a name. After that, mandatorily you have to mention type of element. Is it a button? Mention that button. So that's important. That's a second category. Third one, checkbox. Checkbox, you will perform the click action. So, and the checkbox name and the type of element. So both you need to mention. Next, radio button. So radio button, you will perform the click action, and female radio button, male radio button. So see the name and type, both you have to write. List box or combo box. To open the list box, okay, to open the list box, you need to click on it. So select an option, click on that option, right? That's a click action only, will do both. So first opening purpose also click. Selecting the option also click you have to do. 2 times you have to use the click method. So next, so edit box, button, checkbox, radio button, list box, combo box is represented in HTML by input tag. Is represented in HTML by input tag. So you will use input tag to represent that. So that I'll show you in the web page, don't worry.
Yeah.
So now drop down. Drop down is used to select an option from drop down. So you can write month drop down, year drop down, or country drop down, like that. So first drop down name and type of drop down. So both you have to write. So drop downs are represented in HTML by select tag. I'll show you that. And drop down option is represented in HTML by option tag. So the tags are enclosed in angular braces. Angular braces you will represent. And links. Click action. So generally you will perform the click action on the links. So links are represented in HTML by a tag. Aiming anchor tag. So anchor tag means it's a link. So a tag has one attribute also, that is href attribute. So tag name after attributes will start with a key equal to value in double quotes. That's the key and value. So those are called attributes. So generally you will write a forget your password link. See name of the link and the type of the link. Both you have to write. Next, images are represented in HTML by img tag. Span, div, td tags are used to represent the static text. So span tag or div tag or td tag also you will use to represent the static text. So header text is represented in HTML by h1 to h6 tags. So let's go and see all this, so that you will have a better idea. We'll go to our blog, okay. our website will go. That is this one. This is our website. So you can here we are practicing the automation scenarios. Okay, so let's go to registration page. Okay, see here. This is the. So what is that? Let's see that. So how you can recognize your elements? So right click, inspect element. If you do inspect element, on the bottom portion, the HTML structure will open. So the HTML, see here, this one is a H tag, H1 tag. So tags basically comes in pair. So start tag is angular brackets, H1, and end tag is so / H1. The difference between start tag and end tag is so basically the / is the end tag. And register account. So register account is the header text. So what is the element? That way element header text. How can you tell that is the header text? Because it has a H1 tag. Okay. Now, so what is this? A tag. A tag means A tag after there is a href attribute. Attribute equal to attribute value till here. And this is the link name. So this link name, close A tag and open A tag. So in between that, there is a link name. So it is a login page link. Login page link. And after that, so let's see here, there is a static text, right? This static text, so it is represented with a paragraph, P tag. So basically page starts with HTML tag, then HTML after head after body. This is the hierarchy. First HTML, it starts with HTML, then head tag, then body tag. So body tag inside only. So body tag inside only the page, the entire page elements. So these page elements will be available. The page elements will be available. Next we have, say this is the edit box. How can you say this edit box? This is the label and this is the control. The control is edit box and this is the label. Label is a naming for the control. So right click and edit boxes are going to have input tag. Edit boxes are going to have input tag. So input tag and so all the edit boxes are going to have input tags. Any edit boxes. So edit box is going to have input tag only. So that's a standards. So then there is a drop down. The drop downs are going to have, so what tag? Select tag. Drop down options are going to have option tag. Option tag. Option tag. Drop down. Options are represented by option tag. See, these are also comes in pair. Option, close option tags. So this is the value. Next. So radio buttons are represented in HTML by input tag. Input tag. Input, type, radio, name, newsletter, this one. So these are all attributes we call type, radio, name, newsletter, value 0, checked, checked. So these are the tag name after key equal to value, value in double quotes. Key value, value in double quotes. So value in double quotes. So that's the key value pair. So value will be always in double quotation mark. Next, checkbox. Checkbox also is represented in HTML by input tag. So input type checkbox, name agree, value 1. So here attributes are type, name, value. Those are the attributes or properties. But tag is input. Tag is input. So you have seen tag input is for edit boxes, check boxes, radio buttons. So these three we have seen, right? Now let's see what is for button also, what is that? So even button also sometimes have input tag. So and some types of buttons are represented in HTML by button tag also. So I'll show you that. So some places button so tag also is used. So button, let me show you that. This is also, see here, button, right? This is the button tag. A button tag will be there. So that means sometimes buttons are represented with input tag or button tag. So buttons have two tags. One is either input or button. Any one is fine. Anyone. Okay. So that's the all the different elements and their attribute values in the HTML. So any other element you want? So logos, for example, let's see, these are the images. This is the image, img tag. So images are represented in img tag and attributes are src. This src is only for images. And for links, href is only for links. No other elements you will see these unique properties. Remaining, it has all other elements also might have. But images have src, alt is unique. And links have href attribute. Without href, there is no link at all. If any link, if you find that, it's not a link. With a tag, it's not a link. Okay. So any other elements we left? We covered all the elements. Labels are represented with with a label tag, right? Label. This is the label. So label tag. Okay, so here is the HTML tag. This is the start tag, and HTML is the end tag. So head tag inside you can find the page title. So how can you find the page title? So if you go to any website, the page title will be here. So head tag inside, there is a title tag. Can you see here? Title tag. Title, register account. So title tag also comes in pair. Basically, tags come in pair. One is start tag, end tag. So where you can find the page title, head tag inside, title tag. You have to look for the title tag. So then head will end there. Based on the title, you can represent that page. So you can recognize that page also. Without page title, you cannot recognize, right? So based on that, you can recognize that page. Then body tag inside, see, entire page is highlighted. So body tag inside only whatever the elements we discussed now, like edit box, button, check box, radio button, drop down, link, images, header text, all these are you can find in the body tag after only. After body tag only you can find them. Not before body tag. Okay. So what else? These elements, those are the elements. You can see here, represent the title of the HTML document. TH represent the header group of cell in HTML table. Table tag represent the table in the HTML page. T body, table body, TD, table definition, that means column. Span used to specify the static text. Section, so basically if you want to divide a document into different sections, you will use a section. Select tag I already told for the drop down. Select tag represent the drop down. Menu, if you have menus, you can use menus. LI tag, for listing purpose, you will use LI tag. Listing purpose, you will use LI tag. And iframe, so defines the frame. So there are frames, two types of frames, normal frames, iframes. Normal frames represented by frame tag. Internal frames are represented by iframe tag. So there is img, image, it represents the image tag. Input, so it defines the edit box, checkbox, radio button, sometimes buttons also. So division, so you want to represent division, you use a div tag. So body tag, entire page body, it will represent by body tag. So BR, the just line break, button for specifying the buttons. A tag, you know, hyperlink. It's a links are represented by A tag. What are the attributes? The characteristics of an element. It gives more information like this. Class, so this one. So that's the, for example, if you see type, name, value, placeholder, ID, class, these are all attributes or properties. So tag name after you have attributes. Tag name after you have attributes. So attributes are written inside the open tag. After the tag name, you can find all the attributes. So what are the different attributes? ID. So you can see here. So what is the ID value? Input -telephone. So what is the name value? Telephone. What is the class value? Form control. So what is the type? Tel. So what is the placeholder? Telephone. So these are all the attributes: ID, name, class, value, type, title, href, src, alt, tab index, on click. These are all the attribute names. Some of the famous one I'm giving. So you can define any attribute name. But these are the standard. Generally, we'll see in any web page these attributes. Link URL will be available in href attribute. Link URL will be available in href attribute. So image source is available in src attribute. Tooltip of an element is available in the title attribute. So these are all the standards. You should be aware of this. So without these basics, it's a difficult to understand object identification. So tomorrow we'll discuss in detail. Please go through this. So complete HTML structure and which element has which tag. So understand that and come back. So practice a little bit. Okay. So go to this. Just right click on any website. You go right click, inspect, so that you will get a idea. So what is the tag name? What is attributes? If you have any questions, you can let me know. So attributes, so tags are able to recognize, and each element what tag is showing in the HTML. Observe that and let me know if you have any doubts. We'll discuss tomorrow. Okay, we'll start tomorrow. A little bit Selenium introduction. Then we'll start the how to recognize these web elements. Okay, any questions? Thank you. You too.